Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I have a very exciting video for you. My 2026 planner order came in and I am so excited. I have placed 3 orders for planners for next year and this is arrival 2 out of 3. I had a previous video unboxing my Erin Condren planners, but today we are unboxing my 2026 everyday carry planner, my main planner. I am using sterling ink this year, and spoiler alert, I am using sterling ink again next year for my everyday carry and for my writing planners. So I waited to unbox this. And if my background looks different, that's because it is. I am actually house sitting this weekend, pet sitting rather, for 2 Anatolian shepherds, Samson and Delilah, 1 sweet old kitty, Cleo, and then 1 hen and her 4 chicks. So I'll insert some footage now of the babies, and then we'll get to the unboxing.
Hi, Lila. You pretty girl. You pretty girl. Oh, look at this belly. That's a good belly. Hi, Samson. Hi, good boy. Should we open the back gate? You gotta go potty? You're so cute. Let's open the gate. Hello. Hi, Cleo. Meow. Meow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wish I caught that on camera. You funny little girl. You funny little girl. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah. Hello. Can I help you? You don't need coffee. Oh, yes. You good boy. You found a treat, huh? Oh, that's good crunch. All right. Maybe I should scoot that over a little bit. Okay. I have been torn because I have been checking the tracking on my order obsessively, obviously. But there's honestly no rush because I can't use these for another 3 months anyway. So while I'm eagerly awaiting my sterling ink order, it's not like I'm going to do anything with it now anyway. Let's check out. Oh, I love this one. This is beautiful. I've been seeing some folks unpack their sterling ink orders, and I don't mean to sound rude because they're absolutely gorgeous. These art cards are beautiful, but a lot of them just aren't my personal style. And so I thought, okay, it's okay if I get a card that I don't like. I'll give it to a friend or, you know, whatever. I'll make use of it somehow. But I'm so excited. This one's beautiful. I love it. Okay. And the little freebie card. Oh, that's so pretty. the little freebie card and stickers. Okay. I love these little stickers and cards, but I never really know what to do with them. Same with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's so cute. Okay. So, oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about this. I was like, what's in here? So I did just order one. Oh, I thought I ordered an N1. I'll have to check that on my order. But I thought I ordered an N1 booklet, 64-page in caramel, but maybe I misordered and ordered an N2. I'm going to leave this in the packaging right now in case I did receive the wrong item. But even if I did, I might just keep it and use it anyway. Let's open this one first. I love the boxes and the kind of just care in the packaging that they put with their items. Catherine does such a lovely job, and you can really tell that she cares about every item that she's packing up. Ooh, this is a beautiful pencil board. I have the small journaling card of this pattern, but the nice big pencil board is beautiful. And it has a 2026 calendar on the back. And I ordered the same thing as my 2025. This, however, will be my writing planner for next year. Since I used this bluish gray color, this is the mist color. Since I used this for my everyday carry this year, I think I want to switch up the color and do something different for my everyday. But this is the horizontal compact full year common planner. And I am going to see if we can get this out here. Oh, okay. That was way less stressful than I thought it was going to be. Wow. I don't decorate my planners a whole lot. I do some washi. I do some stickers. But really, like, most of my decorating, especially in, like, the dailies, there's not a whole lot going on with the stickers or washies. So I'm pretty minimal. And then I have some schmutz up front here. But I didn't think that my planner fluffed up a ton. And it hasn't, especially compared to a lot of other people. But she did get some bulk this year. Huh. More than I thought. Anyway. So this will be my 2026 writing planner. And I'm going to do just a quick flip through with this. I'm not going to do a full detailed walkthrough because there are so many other people right now out and about on YouTube that would love to give you a full walkthrough. So we're just going to do a little quickie here. So you open it up. You've got the 2026 calendar. You've got a blank page here. I know a lot of people do this as vision boards or just sticker the crap out of it. I honestly usually leave it blank. I don't typically do anything with it. Then there's a goal breakdown page where you have room to write your 6 goals here. The someday goal, 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. And I have filled this out the past 2 years, but 2026, I am using the N1 horizontal compact. This year in 2025, I am using the Sterling ink booklet system, also in the N1 size. If you're not familiar with Sterling ink and how they name their sizing, the N1 is the traveler's notebook size and dimensions. So this year I am using the booklet system. I'm using a 2025 monthly booklet and a weekly booklet. And their weekly booklet is broken into 2 books, one for January through June and one for July through December. And I really wanted to have something that would not be multiple books. I just found it too hard to keep track of. It was too arduous and cumbersome to have multiple books. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to spend more money and get the N1 compact planner. And when I was comparing the prices, this was not much more. I think it was like less than $5 more than it would have been for me to buy the monthly and weekly booklet sets for 2026 in this same size. So that made me feel better that I wasn't really spending much more money than I could have been. But I am very excited to have room to spread out in this and to just be in one book. The monthly and weekly booklets don't have a ton of notes pages, and while I don't feel that I need a ton of notes pages, it is nice to be able to have this space, at least more note space than the booklets afforded me. It is nice to have more note space in this. I guess we could finish the walkthrough, eh? But anyway, I've gone completely off the rails and off track. Continue. This was our goal breakdown page. Next, we have a yearly tracker, and I do think I want to make use of this. I've tried doing it this year somewhat successfully, and I'll show you another day, but I would like to keep track of my writing here, whether I'm editing, drafting, brainstorming, plotting, whatever phase I'm in. I would like to continue that tracking model that I have been doing this year, somewhat successfully. Next, we have our quarterly priorities and planning page. The left side just says priorities for the quarter, and then you have a little spot for each month to kind of break down your quarterly goals and priorities. And then on the right side of the page here, you have a habit tracker with room for, I think, 7 habits. And you'll see that some of the numbers are circled. Those are weekend days. So you can easily distinguish Saturdays and Sundays on here if that's something that's important to you. So we go through all 4 quarters, and then it moves to the monthly pages. So they do give you December 2025 for a monthly page, just so that if you want to jump in a little early, you can. And then we have all of the months of 2026. And then we do get January of 2027, just to do any forward or pre-planning for the next year. And then it jumps right into the weeklies. So we have the last few days of 2025, and then it jumps into 2026. I chose the horizontal layout because I find that the vertical, I can write like 1 or 2 words, and then I have to go to the next line. 1 or 2 words, and then the next line. I like having a wider space to write versus having a slimmer and longer space to write. So I think this will serve me well for my writing, and the entire right side of the page is just blank. You can find people on YouTube, on Instagram, Pinterest, wherever, that have come up with beautiful and creative spreads and ways to use this right side of the page. I typically, for my writing, will use it either just by drawing a line and continuing the day and just having more space, or I can make a to-do list. I can just basically use it as chicken scratch for that week. I can say, need to figure out blah, blah, blah for a certain character, or whatever I need space to make notes with. So that seems to work pretty well for me, and I do plan on continuing that in 2026. So we have the last week of December / first week of January for 2026 and 2027 respectively. one last notes page. Can you hear that? Those are the dogs that I'm sitting. That's Lila. Anyway, then we have our notes pages, and Catherine does number them, and we have 119 notes pages, and then you just have the back flyleaf page at the end. So I will definitely be doing a video as we get closer to 2026 on me setting this up, but for now, I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough. I'll put this off to the side. Oh, can't forget the pencil board. Okay, and then for my everyday carry, I told you I wanted to switch up the color, and ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So again, I have a pencil board with the 2026 calendar on the back in this really beautiful floral pattern. And I chose the tweed. I have never seen the tweed in person before. This was a new color for 2025, and I contemplated getting it. I just didn't. So I did decide to go for it for 2026 because I think my only other color choice was this blue. And like I said, I wanted to switch up the color of my everyday carry. And these do have different textures. This has more of a vegan leather PU texture to it, and this feels ever so slightly scratchy, but not in a way that I think would irritate people with sensory issues or sensitivities. It still feels textured, but not overly textured, which is something that I was thinking about, like, oh, is it going to be too textured? Is it going to be too bumpy? But then I remembered, even if it is, I'm putting a clear case or a clear jelly cover on it anyway, so it won't matter. Actually, that goes pretty well with that. I like the floral and the gray together. So this is the exact same guts as this one that we just went through and this one that I'm using this year. So I don't think there's really much of anything that's changed. Yeah, the week or the weekend boxes for the quarterly page and habit trackers are bolder this year, and it sounds like that was bothering some folks. So it's a little more subtle for 2026 than 2025. But I think that's really like one of the only differences, at least as far as I could tell. I wonder what the yearly tracker looks exactly the same. Yeah. As you can see, I've not used my yearly tracker this year for my everyday carry, but I am very excited to have this replacing this for 2026. And I'm so happy that I am, knock on wood, finding planner peace in sterling ink. In 2024, made the switch to sterling ink, and I haven't looked back. I've added some other planners here and there to my lineup, but who knows, how long some of those will stay, and not all of them have stayed. But this will be my 3rd year in sterling ink in a row, and I am just happy as a clam. I love the paper. I love the quality. I love the size. I love the simple, minimal layouts. I can do anything with these planners or nothing, and they're still just as gorgeous. So I have, knock on wood, and I say this with a bit of hesitation, but I do feel like, at least for my everyday carry system, some things have changed through the years. Originally, for my everyday carry planner, I started in a B6 size vertical layout. Now I am in the N1 horizontal and compact, whereas the B6, I thought I needed the full year. Spoiler, I did not. I don't even need the full number of pages in my compact here. I'm only on page like 32. So I've made some changes here and there to my system, but overall I've stayed with Sterling ink and I don't see any reason to switch. I love the products. They're just, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I have found my planner bliss and I am just over here vibing. So I will have one more Sterling ink planner unboxing, but it won't be terribly, I mean, I'm excited, but it's not going to be a large haul or anything. But I have figured out all of my planner systems for 2026, except for my running planner. I've been hemming and hawing on what to do next year for my running planner, but I did decide to purchase something from Sterling ink. So, because of course, so stay tuned for my last unboxing of my 2026 planners shortly. But yeah, I think I'm done. I think that's all she wrote today. I would love to know what you're using for 2026. Are you a one book person? Are you a multiple book person? Are you a Sterling ink person? Let me know what you're using next year or if you're still deliberating. And I know there's all of this hype right now because we are in, kind of peak planner season in July, August, and September. But I'm just here to remind you that there's no rush. You don't have to have it all figured out yet. And, don't let different companies' advertising or even this video, I hope I'm not pressuring anyone to figure it out or influencing someone to buy something too quickly before they've fully thought about it, because I know I have done that in the past. And it's not the fault of the creator on YouTube that I'm watching. It's my own, I guess, weaknesses, if you want to call it that. But I hope that these videos that I'm posting this planner season and for the rest of 2025 are, I guess, educational in a way, so you can see what you're getting, how I'm using them. And I hope they're inspiring, and not inspiring in the sense that you have to go out and buy what I'm purchasing, but just inspiring in the sense of, oh, Sarah's doing something. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Sarah's doing something this way in her planner. My planner is not quite like hers. It's not set up this way, but I think I can take what she does and do it like this. And that's what I really want to impress upon others, is take what I'm doing, what other planner creators, notebook, stationery content creators are making, find that inspiration and then make it your own. Tweak it to fit your needs, because at the end of the day, it's your planner. It's not mine. It's not that person's or that person's or that person's. It's yours, and you need to find something that works for you. So I will quit my ranting now, but I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your day, whatever time zone you're in. Till then, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.